places that many would never dare to approach, places that hide terrifying secrets, standing as witnesses to stories of fear and challenge. Some of these places may just be bridges, but the truth is, these bridges are not merely structures over rivers or valleys. They are turning points between life and death. Some bridges are considered great engineering feats, but what happens when that bridge becomes a source of terror? Can you imagine crossing a narrow bridge, surrounded by mist, with eerie sounds echoing in the distance? Have you ever imagined yourself on such a bridge? Welcome to the Attention Channel, where we take you on a journey through the strangest and most mysterious places on Earth. In this episode, we'll explore the deadliest and strangest bridges that you won't be able to cross easily, especially if you're faint of heart. If you're looking for adventure and suspense, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to always be in the heart of these terrifying experiences. Let's get started. And remember, every bridge has a story, and every step you take on these bridges could be your last. Let's start with the Gulay Bridge, which was once considered the highest suspension bridge in the world. This bridge, built in the United States, reaches a height of 291 meters, almost equivalent to the height of a 97-story skyscraper. However, over time, this bridge became a hotspot for adventurers seeking thrills and a sense of adventure, and it became known as the Bridge of Horror. In 1982, after several terrifying accidents, the authorities decided to add 4,100 steel cables to reinforce the bridge. But despite these modifications, accidents continued. What's intriguing here is that this bridge was designed in a way that forces pedestrians to feel fear. The bridge sways under the effect of strong winds, making crossing even more difficult. Despite these dangers, adventurers continue to challenge it, considering that with every step they take, they face the greatest test of their lives. Although some safety measures were added, these incidents remain a constant reminder that some places on this earth are not for the faint-hearted. Next, let's move to the Bac Long Bridge in Vietnam, another bridge full of terror and challenge. The Bac Long Bridge stands out from others due to its transparent glass floor, making it incredibly terrifying. When you walk on it, it feels like you're floating in midair, with nothing beneath you except the void. The bridge stands 150 meters above dense forests, and it gives the terrifying feeling that you are on the edge of death. This bridge, extending 633 meters, is a real challenge for those afraid of heights. Despite its beauty, the glass floor amplifies the tension in anyone walking across it. What's more terrifying is that there's a very narrow section in the middle of the bridge, which makes crossing even harder. If you're prone to dizziness or anxiety, this may not be the right place for you. But if you love adventure and challenge, you'll feel an immense sense of triumph once you make it to the other side without any accidents. Now let's move to the Dieu Binh Bridge in Myanmar, one of the oldest bridges in the world. Built in 1857 using teak wood, it's one of the strongest types of wood. However, over time, the bridge has become more fragile due to natural factors. While this bridge isn't as high as the others, crossing it is no less terrifying. It's situated above a lake, and if someone falls, tragedy might strike. Although the bridge is only about 5 meters above the water surface, it still remains a place full of challenges. For many who cross this bridge, it represents a journey full of tension and challenge. Despite its long history and ancient roots, the bridge is now severely dilapidated. During the summer, the sun's intense heat causes the wood to expand and crack. In winter, snow and rain accumulate, making it even harder to cross. Still, there are those who continue to challenge themselves, crossing this bridge on a journey filled with dread. Now, let's talk about the Kandinsky Bridge in Russia, one of the deadliest bridges in the world. This bridge was built during the Soviet Union in the 1980s, and it was meant to be a temporary structure for delivering materials to remote areas. Over time, however, it became a real danger for anyone crossing it. In winter, snow builds up on it, making the surface extremely slippery. The bridge stands over a frozen river, and if someone falls, they might face a tragic fate. Despite this, locals continue to use the bridge illegally, and the authorities haven't been able to stop them. Finally, we reached the Millau Bridge in France, which is considered one of the most impressive bridges in the world. Located in southern France, it spans across a deep valley, making it one of the longest bridges globally. While this bridge is regarded as one of the safest in the world, crossing it still gives you the sensation of being on the edge of the world. The bridge rises 345 meters, taller than the Eiffel Tower. Though the bridge is 32 meters wide, the maximum speed on it is limited to 30 kilometers per hour, adding more tension to the ride. Despite its safety, there is no denying the eerie feeling that overwhelms you as you cross it. If you're crossing it on a foggy day or during a storm, it feels like you're in another world, surrounded only by clouds and mist. This experience, although safe, remains one of the most thrilling and awe-inspiring in the world. If you've made it this far, you've surely realized that bridges are not just structures to cross, but real tests of your ability to face fear and challenge. Every bridge has a story. Every step you take on them is a story of courage and fear, and there are experiences you will never forget. But are you ready to challenge yourself? Will you ever cross one of these bridges? It's not just about crossing, it's about an adventure that will test your courage to the fullest. If you've reached the point, don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Let us know in the comments which bridge terrified you the most. Can you imagine yourself on one of these bridges? If you're brave enough, will you challenge yourself to be part of this adventure? Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any new episodes, and stay with us on our next journey into the unknown. See you in the next episode, where we reveal more of the world's darkest secrets.